I'd like to show you how to do a provider search on the Magellan network. So if you're looking for a therapist or a psychiatrist, and you come to the Yale Health webpage, you would go to the behavioral health department, and you would click on, as you already have if you're here, on Magellan Health Services, on that link to Magellan. And you can begin your provider search here by clicking on providers and clicking on provider search. They'll ask you to choose a provider list, and you should choose a behavioral health program. You put in your zip code. I'm going to use the New Haven zip code, the local zip code for Yale, and you can choose a distance if you like. We'll just leave it at 5 miles for right now, and we'll click on search. As you can see, there are over 100 providers here that are available, but it's also possible to fine-tune your search a little bit more so that you don't have to look at all of those providers and sort through them. So you can choose, for starters, you can, if you prefer a particular gender of provider, you can choose a gender type, and we'll just leave it there for now. You can also choose provider type, and I would mention that if you're looking for a psychiatrist in particular, that you do need to choose psychiatrist from the provider type heading. If you're looking for any other type of therapist, talk therapist, or an advanced practitioner nurse who could also prescribe medications, that you would choose the none-specified in terms of provider type, and you'll get everyone but psychiatrists, basically, if you choose that heading. So we're going to just, for our purposes, choose psychiatrist. You can choose the age of the patient, if you will, or the member who needs services. So if you have children, you would choose in their age range. We're just going to leave it at adults for right now. And you can, again, there are other options that you have, but those are the two main ones: the type of provider you're looking for and the age of the person needing treatment. But you can choose language spoken and some specialties, but they don't list all the specialties here, so it's not really necessary, but there if you'd like to take a look at it. So let's click search now that we've identified psychiatrists for adults that we're looking for, and you'll see that in the New Haven area there are 24 psychiatrists who treat adults, and you would want to click on view all in order to review all of the providers listed. And here they are. You'll notice some are not accepting new patients, but you can't assume because that notice isn't located. This says accepting new patients. You can't unfortunately assume that they are accepting new patients. Not all providers will update the network for us. So what you would do next, if you were looking for a psychiatrist, would be to choose several of them to call in an effort to make an appointment. And I usually recommend that you call several psychiatrists, in this case, at one time, and that in terms of how long do you wait for them to get back to you, I would say a couple of days. And then I would move on and call other providers. I wouldn't call one at a time and wait a week at a time. It's best to move the process along.